So I'm Matt.
I'm Molly, and today we'll talk to you about the top 10 things we've learned during our first week in our Airstream.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living, and the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And it's a good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, still can kick them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah.
So,
Number one most important is sense of humor.
first thing we've learned is you need a sense of humor if you're going to live in an Airstream, especially with 4 other people. For sure. Yes, but that's actually not on our list, but you definitely need that. Actually, the first thing on your list that we have here is ensure everything is secure and not going to push open doors or cause drawers to open. Do you want to tell them about this?
Yeah, so the first time we hooked up the Airstream and drove it to our first campsite, we came into 2 broken drawers and stuff all over the floor.
Yeah, so what had happened is we had packed this thing full. So we drove from the house
20 minutes.
20 minutes. It wasn't a long drive, wasn't a rough ride, nothing.
Well, he drives crazy, so.
I sometimes drive crazy.
Subjective.
But it really was, I mean, there was no reason for things to open up. Obviously, you're making turns and you're going around corners, and sometimes the RV areas are not smooth. So we get in there, and what had happened is the door above
The wardrobe
door for the boys had opened up, and inside of there we
We
had
have these little plastic drawers that we got from Container Store, and I had rolled up their shirts, and that's what probably came.
yeah, the combination of the shirts and the containers together made for a pretty heavy load, and there's nothing to stop them from sliding around inside there, so they pushed the door open. Well, in addition to that, for some reason, well, actually we found out the reason.
One of the drawers had, well, two of the drawers had fallen and probably hit the handle on the drawers below, made those pop open, which the weight of those actually ripped them from their.
Yeah, those bottom drawers, I thought it'd be cool to
Railing.
put little padding things in there so they didn't slam.
Yeah, not cool.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't change the structure of anything.
The clip that it clips into needs to have room to go all the way in, and when you put those little protectors in there to make it not slam, it stops the clip from hooking, which allows it to open up. So what happened was they slid open, then the plastic doors fell down on them, busted both of the doors, and that's what we walked into on our first day.
It was late at night.
It's a little bit exciting.
Sense of humor. That's why sense of humor.
Sense of humor is good.
Also, yeah, some things need to be secured with screws.
Yeah.
We had another incident.
What was that?
We had this alpha shelving kind of door system on our bathroom door, and it's supposed to like clip on the top and clip on the bottom, but it didn't clip very well, and we thought we had secured it, and the whole thing came off and like gouged the floor and ripped the shade. And
yeah, and that happened on the
drive from
that happened on the
Dallas.
drive. No, actually that happened from the drive from the park to the
Airstream dealership to get the AC fixed.
Which leads us to the second thing. Well, I guess that was the second thing, was that some things need to be secured with screws.
Also, I guess this could go with securing, like chocolate candy and butter.
Oh, yeah.
That you leave out when you travel from campsite to campsite. You need to remember to put those actually in the refrigerator. Otherwise, it melts.
It melts, and so then
falls out of the cabinet and gets butter everywhere.
So the first trip from our house to Frisco, we had the incident with the drawers. Then the second trip, I went to take the RV in to get the AC fixed, which we'll talk about in a second. And I just felt like I should just check and make sure everything was secure. I get out, and the butter has fallen down. The drawers from the pantry had opened up. Butter had fallen down on it.
It wasn't the drawer, it was the cabinet door.
No, but the drawer had opened too, which had the butter, caused the butter, and the butter fell on the drawer. Fortunately, just got all over the ramen noodle, which we could stand to have that be a little buttery. I just took the wrapper off, threw it away.
We figured it was the weight of the syrup.
But it was the syrup in the cabinet that pushed open the door.
Yeah, so we have to remember to take our syrup out.
Don't put your, and then she forgot it again, but I remembered, thank goodness. So we put the syrup in the sink so that it doesn't move around. So you just got to secure everything before you go. You got to make sure that there's nothing that's going to push doors open.
You learn pretty quick.
So we'll call that like tip 1 and 2, okay? And then the next thing is, so we're in the middle of the night, like the second night, and all of a sudden we hear this like boom, boom outside our door, and
I'm like, where's my taser?
So I'm thinking someone's outside. I don't know what's going on. So I go outside, and what had happened is I had put out the awning, this lovely awning you see above us, and I didn't know how to secure it right. And there's actually 2 things you have to secure on the side and something in the middle. I had done all of that wrong. I basically just extended it out and then hooked this one thing in. Anyways, so make sure you're secure and know how to secure your awning effectively. I haven't had any more problems with the awning once I figured that out.
Otherwise, it'll scare the crap out of you.
Otherwise, it'll scare the crap out of you. Now, the other thing that happened there is a tip, another third tip, which is know what's going on with the weather, is I had just bought, is that a word, bought? I just bought 2 generators, and they're sitting in the back of the truck. So we're sitting in the back of the truck.
They weren't opened yet.
And they weren't opened yet. They were in the box. Well, I go out there to fix the awning, and I look up, and it's going to rain. It's going to storm. So I'll actually maybe show you a clip here of the middle of the night where I'm trying to fix the awning and fix the generators.
And I'm sleeping.
She's sleeping. So we haven't even talked about the first night. Anyway, so bottom line is know how to work your awning, but although sometimes it's good if you don't, because it may let you know about the weather, which is tip number 3, make sure you know the weather, because then what I had to do is spend the next like 30 minutes deboxing the generators, get them situated in the truck so that they were covered, and the bottom line is they would fit under the cover if they weren't in the box, but in the box they wouldn't fit, so I had to get them out of the boxes. So watch the weather, make sure you know what's going on with the weather so you can protect your stuff. Tip number 4.
No, 4, yeah. Figure out bug solutions. So if you've camped at all, you know there's bugs. There's bugs everywhere, little, big, and everywhere in between, and the ones that bite and suck your blood and all that good stuff. So tiki torches, we keep bug spray by your door, we keep bug spray in the car. Basically put bug spray on like it's your second type of lotion, getting ready.
Or first if you're a guy.
And I'm sorry, the stuff without DEET does not work well. If there is one without DEET that works well, let me know, because I haven't found it.
Yeah, let us know. If you know of a bug spray or bug solution, we want to hear about it, because we're trying to figure that out.
That's probably not too smelly. If you have to wear it all the time, you don't want to stink.
Yeah. Well, that one smells pretty good, but it doesn't work very good.
Honest Company, we've tried that.
Didn't work very good.
I still feel like we got bit.
Yeah.
We bought like a fogger thing, which we've tried. It may or may not have helped.
Kinda
we have
helped.
citronella candles. You can also spray around your stuff with like bug spray killer stuff.
Oh yeah, we bought some like bug spray, like house bug spray. We're gonna try that. Haven't done it yet. Where you spray around when we get to a place.
And maybe fog.
It's been way worse here, or it was way worse in Frisco too, obviously, because we were at the lake.
And we'll put a clip in. We had like, I swear they were like that big. Like man-eating mosquitoes.
Yeah, so once they get in, then that's a whole nother game, which is when...
It is a game. It's how many bugs can you kill.
Yeah, so you actually need a bug zapper.
That's in the clip too.
Yeah, we'll show you a clip on the bug zapper.
And we'll try to see if we can link it. I'm sure Amazon has it. Amazon has everything. But we got it at Camping World.
Yeah, so we'll try to put the link for the bug zapper that we use. The kids like it. It works. It kills them.
But just be prepared to itch.
Yeah. You know, you get kind of used to it. I thought that was going to bug them.
So you have stuff for itching stuff.
Get some stuff.
We like lavender or purified doTERRA, but you can also buy like over the counter.
So that's an oil, yeah, or you can buy like over the counter little stuff at Walgreens that will stop the itching. So you got to make sure you got. And then the other thing is like what we do at the end of the night.
What he does
This is kind of ghetto. I don't know. This is where the trailer trash side of things comes in.
You turn all the lights out.
We turn out all the lights. The
But
kids are in
one.
bed, and then I turn on one light above my head, and I have a roll of napkins or paper towels, and I let the bugs come, and then I just smash them. They're usually not like mosquitoes.
They're
They're
like
just
little
little
gnat
fly
flying
bugs.
They're just annoying. You probably eat them in your sleep.
I don't tell them that.
You probably will.
Okay, so Streamin Freedom, baby.
So bug solutions. Just be ready for bugs.
You got to find some bug solutions for sure. All right, so the fifth thing is
Set up your gray tank as soon as you
set
get to the site.
So we tried one day where we didn't set up the gray tank right away, and
We
it will
tried.
flow.
It was not a good idea. It
Yeah.
filled up really fast.
Yes, because you can't take long
With
showers.
5 people, you have showers. You have to clean the dishes. You wash your hands. It fills up insanely fast.
So before you go camping, what I suggest is that you watch our video that we're going to make on how to set up your gray and black tanks, and or there's other great videos out there by a lot of other great like RV bloggers. So just make sure you understand how your RV black and gray tanks work, and you want to set that up sooner than later. You can last a day or two. So
If you're going to dry camp or boondock, obviously you're going to have a different mindset. But we're not doing that. And so I like the luxury of taking a shower and slowly washing the dishes and not worrying about water usage.
yeah, for sure. So next thing is, so just make sure you get your gray tank, understand how to do that before you go out. Number 6, figure out your AC system. So we have 2 AC units on our Airstream. We did that on purpose because we're in Texas. Most of you that are
Up north.
going to be exposed to hot weather, you're going to want at least 2 if you have a decent size Airstream
But
or
if you're
camper.
up north, you probably don't.
Yeah, but even summer, I mean, think
Yeah.
about even Utah in the summer. I would want to. I don't know. So let me tell you what we figured out. So I wake up in the middle of Molly wakes up in the middle of the night on the first night.
I don't like to be hot.
She is already hot, so she doesn't like to get any hotter. So what happened is she comes in and wakes me up. It's
I don't
2:30.
come in. I just roll over and
Yeah,
nudge
she's
you.
like, "What's going on? Go check the AC." So I go look at the AC, and AC has thermostats in basically both ends of the Airstream, and it's clear that on one end it's super cold, and on our end it's not so
we have
cold.
one thermostat reader, and you 2 zones, so we can see what it is supposed to be at and what the actual temperature inside is.
So it was like 78 or 79, and it was supposed to be like 70. So that was bad news. And so I'm like, oh crap, it's 2:30 in the morning. So let me share with you what I found out. So if you have 2 units, one, it's good to have 2 units. This is another reason why you want 2 units on your deal, is because if one goes out, you can still survive in Texas heat.
It wasn't too bad because it hadn't gotten too hot.
Yeah, fortunately, like the nights were in the 70s, 80s, and
No, not 80s. Yeah, it's probably high 60s, low 70s.
and the days were low 90s at the highest. Okay, so
and
we
it was
were
overcast, rainy a lot.
So we were lucky on that side. So, but here's what I found out. So if you have 2 units, what I was able to do is I have 2 Dometic units. So what I did is I set the zone that was working to normal. Like, so it was cool. Actually, we did it lower than normal.
We
Like,
did it like at 68 or 67,
Basic-
like all day.
we made it like an ice box for our kids at
It
night.
was really cold.
Yeah, really cold. Surprised they didn't get sick. So we made it like an ice box for them. But what happens is, if you try to continue to run the other unit, it'll just blow hot air into the unit. So what you have to do is take the second unit, the one that's not working, turn that unit off, but turn the fan on low. So I had basically our zone working, which is zone 2, working at low, and I had theirs and no cooling, and then I had theirs working, so the fan was at low. Theirs was the AC running at 67. So what happened is that the air comes in, it flows down, and it kept us in the low 70s.
We would keep our partition open at night. And
Yeah.
it kept the airflow, and it really was.
It actually worked.
It was fine.
It was actually fine. So I could see people that do just one AC. I guess you could be okay as long as you're not getting over 95 degrees.
But then we had the other night, I got up and looked at the thermostat, and our zone said E7. It was an error.
Oh yeah, so
And it wasn't. It was completely off. So I just Googled it,
Google's good.
and we figured out just to flip the breaker.
Yeah, it was real simple. There's a breaker under the refrigerator, and that had somehow tripped.
And so
we don't know if it's from like a power lack here at this new RV park or something when we turned it on. But bottom line, it had switched. So if you see your AC not working, try checking your breaker first.
But I'm sure it's in the manual. It's just easier to get the phone and.
Yeah, so what you do to figure out if you're in the situation we were in is turn off the other unit, the working unit. If you think one's broken, turn that one on, turn it on super cold and run it. And if you're not getting cold air, it's probably a problem with your unit. You need to call your dealer. And so that's what we did, is we called our dealer up. Rob was incredible. He helped us out. We did have to take it in twice, but originally we called the service department, and they said we would have to leave it with them for 3 days, which we couldn't do because we're living in this thing. So fortunately, since we just bought it, the guy, the kind of new purchase guy over at RV, they're awesome. He said, bring it in the morning one day. I'll check it out, confirm it's an AC problem. You can take it back home with you, and then you can bring it back once we've got the AC unit in. We'll have it installed in a few hours. That's exactly what happened. I brought it in on like Wednesday of that week, and then they had the AC unit by Friday. I brought it in on Monday. They fixed it.
But it is like an all-day thing.
Yeah,
you have
well,
to
the kicker is
empty your tanks and pack everything up and then take it in.
Yeah, so that was a bummer for sure, but
it just made long days for me with the boys.
Yeah, it was. So that's my goal, is to see if I can make her life harder. No.
Okay.
So know how your AC unit works in case it breaks down. You want to be ready for it breaks down, and this video now tells you how to be ready. So.
Number 7, bring repair glue, tape, etc.
So obviously we told you about the drawer situation. So a couple things that we bought since then is Gorilla Glue. We just bought the original kind that's great for fixing the drawers. It worked. I fixed them. And probably some screws, some extra screws, especially shorter ones because your cabinets are not real thick. So probably like 3/4 inch screws are probably valuable. We actually got to go buy some more at Home Depot today for another thing we're trying to install. And tape, just any sort of black tape or maybe some duct tape in case something isn't working for you. You can have access to that. So bring that with you, and that'll be good.
Number 8, find your sleep number remote.
Yeah.
If you're like my husband who wanted a sleep number bed, they make a model for an RV.
I got a video coming up, or maybe I've already done it, I can't remember, on how to put together a sleep number bed.
So it
doesn't come intact.
That's what we're sleeping on, but probably for the first 5 days he couldn't find the remote.
So I was just about to call sleep number. Well, yeah, because we
before we found, when we found it, like our beds were like, it felt like an air mattress because so much air had already started. Over time, doesn't the air?
Well, I think it just was already low, so we just didn't pump it up very much. It's supposed to stay stable once you have it at a certain place, but we had it really low, like 15, and that's too much.
So keep track of your remotes.
Keep track of your remotes, which we now have plenty of places. And Molly's going to show you some really cool stuff on how to organize. We've got some videos coming on how to organize.
Now, I don't do it on a budget, so if you're on a strict budget, I don't know if I'm the person to take advice from. But if you like the Container Store, and a few things on Amazon, but mostly Container Store. If you like the Container Store and want to give them a good portion of your bank account, then stay tuned.
I should have bought Container Store stock before we moved into our RV. So
number 9.
So bottom line, make sure you know where your remotes are. Actually, what happened was our kids, I think, took apart our couch, and it was somehow hidden in the couch cushions. So look in your couch cushions if you lost your remote.
Number 9, get a patio mat. So they make these outdoor rugs that are like strictly for outdoor, like the material they're made of. They like spray off and dry super fast. It's just nice whether you're on grass or we're on rocks.
Yeah, but definitely on grass, because the grass just kind of collects in your shoes and for mud. And the last place we were at, we actually moved sites halfway through to get on a less muddy site.
It was really rainy.
And that was better, but even then it was kind of dirty. There was like...
But even on rocks, these rocks don't feel good on your feet. So if you just wanted to step outside, get clothes off your drying rack or grab something...
Throw something away, yeah.
The mat's
true.
Nice to have. No,
it is. In fact, I think we'll probably get 2 so that we have enough to like extend the whole area.
Yeah. Like I could lay my yoga mat out here and stretch.
It's made out of like a plastic material, so it's not like a cloth, so it cleans really easy too. So.
But I got ours at Target. I know probably Walmart.
Yeah.
Amazon.
We're gonna probably buy one from Amazon. We saw the other day. We kind of like the look of. So.
If we do that, we can't have this one because they don't match.
Yeah, no, they don't match. So.
He would try to keep both of them.
No, I wouldn't say such things.
But find a patio mat that is made out of like material to be strictly outdoors.
Yeah, you don't want like a rug. It's too dirty and it's
They
hard to
make
clean.
outdoor rugs that you could keep on your patio at home, but those are completely different. These can take the elements easily.
Yeah, and like literally me and Tyler sprayed it off. We hung it over the drying rack for the clothes, and in 10 minutes in a little bit of sun, it was dry. And we were able to put it in the truck without worrying about it getting
And it
everything
rolls
else
up
wet.
good.
Yeah, it does roll up really good.
Number 10, you kind of already said this, be ready for mud and lots of it. So if you have grass around your site, when you're working with the black tank and the gray tank and emptying it and hosing stuff off, and it could be muddy. So
Yeah, a lot of times it's the
boots.
site's gonna have kind of the side where your door is. Most RVs kind of open on the one side, and so that side is gonna be usually decent. But the other side tends to be a place where it can get really muddy, you know. So I mean, this site, the place we're at here, is nicer. But if you're down by a lake, I guess that's what I'd say. If you're probably near a lake or you're gonna go somewhere, just prepare for mud. So a couple things that I would say prepare for mud. One is the mat that we just talked about. Two, you may want to get an extra one of those just to put out in that back area.
Just strictly for that side.
Just to kind of keep the mud down.
Which we might keep this one for.
That's a good idea. We'll do that. See, thanks for helping us brainstorm. And then
Pair of boots.
Pair of good, like, just junk boots, and then a plastic bag to put them in when you're done with them. So that's what we did. Is I found a pair of boots before we moved out of the house that I'll use. And then the order in which you clean things, one of the things I do is over on the side where everything is, when I'm setting everything up, I kind of pull everything beyond the mud, and usually like there's space up in front of the RV near the tire, so I'll pull like the electric hose all up in there so it's not in the muddy area and on top of all the other stuff. And so we'll probably do a video kind of showing you setting up the Airstream one time and let you see what that's like if you want to know about that. But yeah, that's our top 10 things we've learned in week 1. Biggest thing is definitely what Molly started with is
A sense of humor.
you need a sense of humor.
And be ready for a lot of hiccups. Things will not, especially if you're brand new to it like we are, you'll have a big learning curve at the very beginning.
Yeah. Good news is we traveled all the way down here to Austin from Dallas, and we had nothing broke, nothing
flew
fell
out.
off, nothing made a mess.
But I did learn you got to put the butter in the fridge.
Put the butter in the fridge. So that's our tip for you. 10 tips. Enjoy your RVing, enjoy your freedom, enjoy your life, and comment. Let us know what you want to hear from us. We want to know. And do you want to hear more about like how Molly organizes? Do you want to see like style design stuff? Do you want to hear about home schooling ideas? Do you like to see the trips and the activities and adventures we're on? Let us know. Comment below. And thanks for joining us on Streamin Freedom.
All right, peace out.
Bye.
If you like the video, hit subscribe and hit the thumbs up button too. Oh, thumbs up.
Thanks for the comment.
Well, it's 8:30 on a Sunday morning, and this is what it's like. 3 boys in bed with me, and my beautiful wife, who doesn't want to be videoed, so we won't video her. So, what are we doing today, guys?
Church.
Church day.
And we're going to the pool.
No, we're not going to the pool today.
Mom said we
No, I did not say that.
Yeah, you did.
Do not put words in my mouth. I said we're doing church and the bats.
You said
Oh,
maybe
that's
I'm
right.
gonna
We're
go
going
to
to
the
see
pool.
the bats.
I said you talk to your dad. That was
We're
my
not
word.
going to the pool today.
We're going to the pool.
We're gonna go see the bats today. We're
Guys,
gonna relax. We're gonna edit some videos.
I'm gonna go to bed.
We're gonna sleep. Get some rest from all of our activities. And then we're gonna go to church.
Slap your fist.
And then we go see the bats. Wait, I found a bat. There's a bat. Batman. Da 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 da. Batman.